Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other.
Oh, tell me more. Honestly, I'm really glad we know that, and he told us about that, because if not, I might have drunk the water hastily, to be honest. I wonder if he's going to say Natlan water's like really hot. Alright, I guess we should begin this story quest, shall we? Let's go chat to Clorinde. I see Navia. Oh, I see Navia and Clorinde. Oh.
Do you also see Navia and Clorinde over there?
Paimon, yeah, I just...
They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble.
How?
Let's go check out what's going on.
How did they look like they've run into any kind of trouble? Really? None of them? Not even Ophelia believes you? Jesus Christ. I would have thought Veta would have believed you. Say hello to YouTube chat. Clorinde! Let's do this, shall we?
Still no dice?
Like actual
Not at all.
dice? Oh.
And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already.
I thought that would be like about the tabletop stuff. I thought she was talking about actual dice.
Lynette's ears drooped as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end.
Oh.
And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
Social anxiety, I get it.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
I'm up for it.
This is getting pretty difficult.
We're right behind you.
Navia, Clorinde, what's
Jesus.
up?
Oh, my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners. How are you all doing?
Howdy, partner.
Navia?
Yes.
Huh? Oh, you mean...
Wait, they might actually be talking about tabletop
This is our
stuff.
chance.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do? We're just passing through.
Do you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve.
What is it?
Oh, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
Tell me about it.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment
Expected.
Day?
You knew about that? I mean, they said it in the live stream.
Marechaussee what now?
Marechaussee
It's a new game
Hunters,
script by the
tabletop.
Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends. Oh, I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid.
I do love D&D.
That sounds super interesting.
Clorinde and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them.
A homebrew?
And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on, a brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story, and the world building is also quite credible.
I'm down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
No spoilers, please. We have the real Clorinde in Twitch chat right now. Clorinde, no spoilers, please. Please.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're missing one final player right now.
That is a big problem. I will go get Kave, surely.
So, you're saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on you, partner.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
Yeah, both
That's
of us
not a
can
problem.
play.
I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Oh, is Clorinde the DM?
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
Count me in for a great script.
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll go grab the script manager from the club right away.
The script manager?
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Didn't you just say that you gave Clorinde the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script.
Oh?
In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives. On top of that, in order to increase player immersion, the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life. We'll only know where we should go once the script manager reveals the starting location.
Wow, you're right. Whoever wrote this script really did put in a lot of work.
True.
And it's got a real healthy amount of suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
That is
I look
strange.
forward to experiencing it with you all.
I feel like that'd give a cool little vibe to it,
Why
though.
don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioria Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good. Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
You say that like I'm 6 years old or something.
No, just
Let
excited.
me think. What kind of character should I play this time?
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time.
Uh,
Oh, and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across.
wait. Navia is literally Viv did. Although she did pick up useful skills. I'm not saying she's not got useful skills, but she does also talk to every single animal that we come across in Baldur's Gate, which is fantastic. She's so me. Fantastic. Playing PG3 and going to a quest was such a vibe. Yeah, we played yesterday. We're almost done with that 3 now, Baldur's Gate 3. Liddy! I was going to say Lynette. Liddy!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You're back! Huh? And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too!
I'm not surprised about Farida. Fully expected her to be a part of this.
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
Oh, hey, you two.
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette, Fremine, and I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but I'm usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time.
Liddy would
I'm
make a
looking
good
forward to
DM.
it.
Or GM, sorry.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clorinde simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
If you're interested, I can give you a referral. That should give you a
Oh, damn.
40% discount on membership fees.
Bro, 40%?
I think I'll wait to see how this experience plays out first, especially when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun,
Oh, God.
then I'll join.
She's gonna have a
Do
blast.
you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Clorinde?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Right. I knew about that even when she was still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Wow. Paimon's so used to seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kind of hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
So if you have a problem with any of the rules, do we have to submit a duel request to you?
Surely you jest. I would never intentionally make things difficult for my players.
That's a lie.
I maintain a clear
GMs always
boundary
do,
between
but it's
my
fun.
professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But
Interesting.
in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness, just like everyone else.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during those times.
She has no
Is that so?
tear ducts.
Well, in any case, I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
So
Damn.
you want to see me cry? That might be a little difficult. A show of anger, though, that might be something I could accomplish.
No, that's not what I meant.
Interesting. Interesting. She's a bit of a hard ass, huh? You know, when I was a child, I got told I didn't cry enough. That's why I had very dry eyes, and I had to have eye drops because I didn't cry
I'm
enough.
Here,
And now
allow
I'm
me
a pussy.
To introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Nice hat.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Hello? Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
Oh, no. This is just the costume provided by the club. I occasionally play a few of the roles in my scripts.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's nothing. It's the least we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script.
Oh, hell yeah.
This script was adapted from the real history of the Marushose hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Okay.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marashose hunters. Is that a problem?
Read the artifacts, Paimon.
No problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown. So, basically, Marashose hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations.
Okay.
Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor.
Cassiodor.
But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
Mm-hmm. And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already.
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
So,
Okay, so
as
is this
we
actually
follow the
tabletop,
story,
or is
it
this us
leads
walking
to
around?
Specific scenes?
Ah,
Sounds
okay.
pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue. Huh.
Oh,
Seems
sick.
like they have everything prepared. Please check all your
Nice.
belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything.
Passport, wallet,
Once you're
phone,
ready,
keys.
Please follow me to the designated location.
Sounds good. Hunter squad, move out.
Paimon. I think that's everything. Alright, where the hell is this? This is not super far away, but it is outside the city. Interesting. What the fuck? Oh, it looks quite pretty, dude. Little outside house, outhouse, little hut. And the music. Mm.
They really have thought of everything. Even the Fatometer is here and ready to go for us.
Oh, chess pieces.
The Fatometer. What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
And what about all the dessert and tea? Is that for us as well?
That's what the message said.
Really? That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends.
Those snacks have Paimon's name written all over them.
Nice.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marashose hunter, Paimon.
I agree, Lenny.
Snack hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great.
Jesus.
But I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Me too.
Very fair. Then,
I
let
do
us
want to say
begin.
one thing too, but I'll say it after whatever's happening right now.
First, please pick up the blank character cards in front of you and write down your name and profession.
Traveler,
You
destroyer
can
of
find an
worlds.
abbreviated version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. In this story, everyone is a Marashose hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
A badge?
Nice.
As hunters, you have proficiency in swordsmanship and fighting by default.
Dude, this
There's
is
no
just
need
like
to allocate
D&D.
any
Oh my
additional skill
god.
points to those areas.
This is just like D&D. I love
Swordsmanship?
it.
So there's a fighting part to all of this?
Hell yeah.
Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own. Maybe Paimon can just stick with you?
I don't need to take notes. You take notes, chat.
Why don't you share a character card then? The traveler will be the Marashose hunter, and
Yes.
you can be his little floating assistant.
Nice.
Kind of like in real life.
True and real.
So, for the name, do I fill it out with the name of my character?
Yes.
Yep. It can be any name you like.
You can use
Pocahontas.
your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new name.
Oh, so it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as yourself. That's not a bad idea.
Florian, didn't you kind of do that for like 500 years?
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be to pass associated checks.
Yep.
I'll take persuasion and investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Absolutely true.
Those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia.
We need someone with sleight of hand,
Expected of
though.
a veteran player.
Sleight of hand.
So, should we also take those skills then?
No, you need to spread
Not
out equally.
necessarily. Since we're
Yeah.
working together as a team, we could leave the negotiations to Navia and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills.
We need someone intelligent, someone with
example,
sleight of hand.
I think I'll
Nice,
take
Linny.
stealth and sleight of hand.
Good shit.
That will give us more options if we run into any situations we can't negotiate our way out of.
We need someone with strength, intelligence, and then
I wasn't thinking about it like that.
can pretty much get by with that.
It's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play.
Exactly.
Let me see. I'll take
Okay, yeah, that's
arts
fitting.
and performance.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what use they'll be, but I'm not as knowledgeable about the other skills, and I am not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them well.
Yeah, you know, typical bod. We need one of those.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, Traveler?
Insight's good. Cooking? Nah, don't need to cook. We'll just eat shit. Medicine would also be nice, but let's go with insight. Insight's good to be able to detect emotions and lies and stuff.
Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful.
And then medicine. We don't need cooking.
Ooh, so you want to help people when they're injured. That's nice of you. So what do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Yes.
Let's see.
We'll get along well with those.
Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
Oh, great.
You all pick such classic skills. It's fine to go a little bit out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound super mysterious and cool?
Oh, God.
Oh, I saw that one just now as well. The description says, this skill can be used under certain circumstances to summon characters or creatures that fit the script's world-building rules.
Can I summon Lumine?
The script's world-building rules, huh? But how are we supposed to know what a Marashose hunter can summon?
Also, chat, I just want to say about the Dane quest. Spoiler alert here, by the way. I'll give you a 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel free to mute if you don't want any spoilers. You remember my little theory about Lumine, which also was more of a joke theory, but at the same time, about Lumine being the loom of fate? Lumine?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
Nice.
All right, you've convinced Paimon. Let's learn Summon then. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of thing shows up.
Well, now that everyone's more or less finished creating their characters, we can begin. Since two of our players are doing this for the first time, though, let me ask.
Also, a lot of people were like, but how can Lumine be the Loom of Fate? We don't only see her in our dreams. If she had a physical altercation with Dainsleif, everyone was kind of pissed off that we never got to actually see the physical altercation with Dainsleif, weren't they? Maybe there's a reason we didn't get to see it, huh? Maybe there's a fucking reason.
Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
Authentic mode.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the Fatometer. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further negative consequences.
Yeah, critical failures are hilarious, dude.
Authentic mode. Every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the Fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail, and face any consequences that may follow. If you choose easy mode instead, every check will be successful by default, and you won't have to worry about luck playing a factor.
Where's the fun in that? Fuck that. Yeah, it's just the same as D&D. I love it. Players roleplaying the scene in the story can sometimes affect the results of the checks. Your current check bonus will be added. Okay, so that's just proficiency bonus. Nice.
Given that I'd like to focus on the story, I suppose I should pick easy mode. I'd feel bad if I brought the team down by failing my checks.
But it's funny, Farina. It's funny.
Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood of role-playing games.
Based,
I'm
Navia.
going with authentic mode for sure.
That's the whole point. Otherwise, then you might as well just read a book, right?
Overcome. Ugh,
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound exciting?
Exactly. Ugh. It does.
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
Understandable.
All right.
Very fair.
Then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like
Authentic.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Trust me, you'll see the beauty of RNG. Honestly, I don't think Clorinde would make things too difficult for us, no matter what the Fatometer says. Isn't that right, Clorinde?
No promises.
Ha 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 ha.
That wasn't super reassuring.
Ha ha ha
Well,
ha.
anyway, enough talk. Let's get started. I want to experience at least a good chunk of the story today.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of the story,
It is getting dark
why
already
is
though,
the
it looks
beginning
like.
scene on a beach.
Well, that's because a long time ago,
Ooh.
back when human civilization was still in its infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence. Soon, a group of human rebels banded together. With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the Marachose Hunters.
It's me. Shit. Okay. She's headless? No, I'm the head. Ooh, okay, wait. Oh,
Sometime
interesting.
later, as a member of the Marachose Hunters, you receive a commission. Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place. Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marachose Hunters,
Oh,
likely led to this location after receiving the same commission as you.
interesting.
You're all Marachose Hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's Navia, monster hunter by trade and helpful neighborhood businesswoman on the side. What say you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay, count me in.
Hell
My
yeah,
name
Lenny.
is Lynn.
You won't put the
I've been
same
wandering
name?
since I was
Damn.
little
Wait, this
and
design's
picked up a
sick,
few
dude.
less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marachose hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
The hell?
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone? It sounds like they've done this dozens of times.
You probably have.
My name is Farina, and
Veli Farina?
I grew up in a noble family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marachose hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste.
A bod.
Hey, that's really cool. You can do it, Farina.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it's done.
Hell yeah.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marachose hunter right here.
I've been studying medicine ever since I was a child. I want to do my part to eradicate these monsters and use what I've learned to heal others.
Oh, welcome, welcome.
We
When we face the monster,
speak.
I'll make sure to charge in front to give everyone some cover. You can take care of the healing at the back.
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marachose Hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis.
Oh.
The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wickedness. We beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home."
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar.
Yeah, it is very monster-esque.
Paimon a Mondstadt!
The scriptwriter must have used a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by. Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are open to you, beckoning you to come forth and bring salvation back to the town.
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn my attention to the signatures at the bottom. Who issued this commission to us?
Catherine.
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together. They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside world.
In that case, why don't we take a walk around the city and see if we can learn anything from the local residents?
Yeah.
Good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
Sounds like a good plan, right? Oh, what the hell?
You look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears to be open for the day.
The angel
Why don't we
share.
go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
Hell yeah, baby.
As you approach the tavern,
Oh, this is
find
so
a
cool.
plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
That's so cool, dude. Oh, the way they've done this quest so far is
Greetings,
amazing.
friend. Lovely weather we're having today, don't you
Because
think?
this is literally what it's like in D&D. You have to use your fucking imagination and imagine you're actually talking to people and imagine what they look like and stuff. They're not actually there.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's so cool.
I suppose you're right. The weather today is quite lovely. If only those monsters out there would stop causing trouble.
It seems like every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer. If we keep asking questions, we might be able to get some good leads.
Moving my camera up here so you can see the
Come
character
now,
art.
Don't be sad. Life is all about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I don't think that's the kind of question we're supposed to ask.
You can ask any question.
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could make you some.
You didn't even take cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
Don't need to be proficient to do it.
That's not necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef.
Oh.
Besides, I'm not really a fan of sweets.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine.
God damn it.
Hey, did she just... me?
Yep.
Florian must have broke character for a second.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler,
God.
maybe you can think of something.
Let me do an insight check to see what's troubling us. See, dude, I love this shit. This is my lifeblood. I fucking love the like D&D-esque role playing.
The results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players.
Yeah.
So I'll be the one consulting the phaetometer.
Please say it's good.
You recall all the lessons you've learned in your time and begin to carefully observe the woman's mannerisms. You notice that when she's quiet,
Oh, hell yeah.
she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she
Oh,
speaks,
wow.
she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on her left hand.
Must have been a high roll. Did something happen to your husband?
So you noticed.
Yeah.
That's a little embarrassing.
Sorry, I took insight as my proficiency, so I could, you know.
A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the guards were dispatched to fight them.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure.
Do a history check.
All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know where he was sent?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
Oh, wow.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We sincerely hope your husband will be able to return to your side soon.
Thank you.
Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news.
Yeah.
We don't always get to choose what happens to us. But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
I'll do my best.
Turn that
You
frown
bid
upside
farewell
down,
to the woman,
melancholic
and
lady.
continue your journey further into the city.
Door of Resurrection activated. Hey, so just in case your husband does, we can, you know, we can
As you
fix
venture
that.
further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet.
Did you just
A
scam this
nearby
old lady?
merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
It made me let go because it went straight into the
Although he doesn't
cutscene. That wasn't
seem
even me.
very friendly. Merchants are usually a good source of information, right?
Yes.
Pardon me, sir. I'd like to ask a question if I may.
That depends. How much are you willing to pay?
I forgot it
How
was
about
Clorinde.
This much.
How much is this much?
What do you take me for? Some lowly beggar? You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
The hell?
Surely an onion can't be that expensive, right?
What do you know? War is nearly
Damn,
upon
dude.
us. Everything costs several times what it did before.
Really?
If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Well, tell us how
Oh,
much
what a
then.
nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
But he still might have information we need. Traveler, can you think of something?
Yeah, obviously. See, can we do anything here? Because I know the right answer is for Navia to try persuade him. But I really want to see Farina put on a performance because it'd be fucking hilarious. I'm going to say it. It'd just be funny.
A performance?
Yeah.
I've never played a role-playing game like this before, but even I can tell that suggestion is pretty far-fetched.
Just
Is
do
a
it.
performance check really going to help here?
Oh, God.
All right. Ahem.
Oh,
By
God.
the harbor's grace, a lone boat lies and rests.
Wait,
at
choice?
the moon
That
gives chase,
matters?
For here begins our quest. In the dark of shadow, our heroes seek to find where creatures born of evil weave their grand design. Blocked the road does stand, such is our hunter's plight. Yet with sword and courage in hand, they march forth to pierce the night.
That was sick. You need to roll a 6. You've rolled a 5. But a +6. Look, because you're on easy mode. Everything you do wins. Wait, I forgot.
I don't recall asking for a bardic song. Don't expect me to give you any coin. But if you meant what you sang, and you are indeed some kind of hunter, then by all means, please, go out and kill those monsters for us.
What the fuck?
Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes.
It worked.
We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Bro, having a bard is basically playing on easy mode anyway.
Wait. You're
Oh my
saying
God,
no
that's
one
hilarious.
Has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
Maybe.
It is concerning.
Yeah, all right. I think I've said more than enough. Be on your way now.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Don't mind him, Farina. He just doesn't have enough taste to appreciate your art.
No. I was just thinking about how those nobles must be so cold-hearted. It's like they don't care about their people at all.
True. True. It does
Did we
feel
try to
like
go
that.
somewhere with more people?
Like outside the
Oh,
city
How
gates.
about the city square? Follow me.
This way? No, it's so weird that they actually chose Mondstadt for this, by the way. Kind of cool though. I do kind of
Before
like
you
it.
lies the city's central square. You see a man with a slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low.
Fountain's missing.
He doesn't
Yellow, thank you for the
seem to notice
raid.
your approach.
Welcome in.
Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
Oh,
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him.
okay.
Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Oh,
Wait, you're...
Farina.
I'm...
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marechaussee hunter!
You recognize us? Ah, are you one
Oh,
of the people who wrote the commission letter?
Yes, yes!
that makes
Oh,
sense.
I didn't expect you to actually come! Oh, what great news! The city is saved!
Not yet.
What happened
Is it
here?
actually Clorinde voicing this character?
Alas, We once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marechaussee hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back.
Wait, she's so goated, dude.
However, monsters have once again surrounded the city. Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay has lost its power. Or perhaps an evil sorcerer has been meddling in our affairs. All I know for sure is that their return has stripped the city of any chance at peace.
Are there not enough soldiers to drive them out?
It's not a question of numbers. The guards simply have no idea how to deal with them. Most people my age have never even seen one of the monsters, much less been trained to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marechaussee hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marechaussee hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true.
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marechaussee hunters are on the case.
The man is touched by your determination and resolve.
Bro, her
His
vocal
eyes
range
begin
is
to well with tears of
insane.
relief.
My god.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any leads?
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous. I'm afraid I can't point you toward a specific location.
That's fine.
Although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of guards. They might know more about where to find the monsters.
I see. We'll go look for them then.
All right, be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The monsters outside the city are just part of the problem. There are evil sorcerers inside the city as well, so be on your guard. They're actively working with the monsters, and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic. They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess.
Makes sense.
Even one of our kindest ministers has turned into a boorish and unreasonable figure, interested in nothing but enacting laws that exploit the people. Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Right?
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
Sing him another song.
Like, now? Is this really the right time?
Yes. I appreciate your kindness, but for now, it's more important to focus on the crisis at hand. Brave hunters, I leave the future of this kingdom to you.
She's gonna get Frida to do everything, dude. Oh god. Jesus Christ. I really like this loading screen too. Bro, they should make this an actual
If I
thing.
understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me...
Oops.
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
I'm not surprised they're not.
The script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right?
Dude, that
The
lighting.
real-life Marechaussee hunters were also treated like that.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Hell yeah.
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
Paimon wants to know too. The hunters were super powerful, right? Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something?
Probably
Kinda
not.
like the yokai in Inazuma?
I doubt that.
No. All Marechaussee hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the centuries.
Huh? So you mean anyone could become a Marechaussee hunter?
With enough prowess, maybe.
In theory, yes. All you would need
Yeah.
to do is survive the rigorous training and master the swordsmanship techniques required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
It's kind of crazy, dude. JP, thank you for the 22 months, by the way. Thank you, thank you.
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Remuria.
Ooh, we've been
After
there.
that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order. One of the ancient sorcerers of Remuria used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Okay.
Now, wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet. So, why don't you talk about someone else for now?
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game.
Yeah.
But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the
Oh,
Golden
shit.
Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Egeria.
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Clorinde?
From my master.
Oh?
Huh. By master, you mean Miss Petronilla?
Someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronilla and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorinde over to play, but
Let's not get off topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Okay.
Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Casiodor into battle against the monsters. This group of warriors, under Casiodor's leadership, became known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marechaussee Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be predominantly comprised of Melusines.
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten the hunters or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
True.
Is that really a bad thing, though?
I
It can
mean,
get tough always being the one shouldering everyone's expectations.
probably not a great thing still.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
True.
speaking of investigations, which problem should we tackle first? Monsters
Evil sorcerers
monsters.
first. No,
That's the main duty of the hunters, right?
because the sorcerers are
We can
probably
come back
empowering
to
the
the sorcerer
monsters.
later.
Or controlling them even.
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions as well.
Do we care about their intentions if they're summoning monsters to destroy shit?
What about you, partner? What do you think?
Sorcerer problems is pretty important.
I mean, you're not wrong. But those characters are usually the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes. More often than not, they're very formidable opponents. Going after them now might be jumping the gun a little bit.
I would agree if we didn't have Farina playing on easy mode.
We don't want a total party kill on the first day, right? With Clorinde as the GM, I wouldn't rule out the possibility.
You've persuaded me.
Then it's settled. Let's go hunt some monsters.
All right. After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
Interesting. It's time to duel. Let's go do this shit. Hello.
Take a look around, like that guy said.
You there!
Oh my
outsiders,
god.
halt!
Jesus.
Who's there?
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles.
Okay.
Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in serious pain.
I could heal
I'm the
him.
captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only ask this once. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Oh shit.
Wow, it's been a while since someone's been this suspicious of us.
Yeah, probably in
I
a
said
Zuma.
talk, not whisper between yourselves.
Have you ever heard of the Marechaussee Hunters?
Marechaussee Hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? What, do you expect me to believe you're one of them?
Oh, I could do an insight check instead of a medicine check to see if I could help him. You are being a little bit of a bitch right now. What are you thinking? I'm going to do an insight check first. But we don't get to see what we roll.
While everyone is talking, you begin to carefully observe the captain's mannerisms. Every so often, you see him glance toward a particular direction, with a pained expression on his face, as if an invisible thread is tying him to an unknown place.
Probably the sorcerers.
As you follow his gaze, you vaguely recall that the location he seems fixated on is known for its difficult terrain. Any battle that breaks out in a place like that is likely to be prolonged and devastating.
Is that where the monsters are?
Damn, dude, we have a
Outside
voice.
The forest in the area with the difficult terrain?
The captain is taken aback by your sudden question. Still, his shock only lends credence to your theory. You're looking to fight the monsters?
Fuck yeah.
Well, we're marechaussee hunters after all. You could say that's basically our job.
He shakes his head and continues to regard you with skepticism. In the end, he decides to inform you of the locations where the monsters have appeared. Those monsters aren't easy to deal with, but if you insist on going, I won't stop you either.
Good.
I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their families alive. I wish you the best of luck.
Well, I can still heal you, though. Just... okay. Well, in real D&D, I could have done both of those two things, but I guess not here, dude.
You know what the captain said? The monster should be right up ahead. Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
As you approach the battlefield,
Oh, Jesus
you
Christ.
see numerous people lying by the side of the road.
I can heal you with
They appear to be
Farina.
dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds.
Yeah? Agonizing, pain, screaming in terror. They disappeared. Fuck. Okay.
A few of the wounded look up at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back.
Okay.
They yell.
I'm leaving. Farina go doot their wounds away. I mean, she probably could, right? Probably could. Oh, God. I didn't even see that it was all burning. Oh, I guess it wasn't.
This is the place he mentioned, right?
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks.
Oh,
all
God.
the signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle just took place here.
Is it going to be
Be on
Rift
your guard,
Hounds?
everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your sentence,
Oh,
you
God,
hear
it
rustling
is.
sounds from the surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged. They close in on you without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
A little help here. This thing wants to eat Paimon.
Eat it,
Your
bye.
battle round begins now.
Oh, shit. Is this going to be different? Wait, 8? Damn! Oh, how the fuck did I get a 16? What? Excuse you? What happened? Okay. How many battle rounds are there?
Cha! Fire! Well, with rock. Watch out!
Okay, what the fuck?
The monsters let out a terrifying roar of anger and resentment before dissipating into thin air.
Jesus Christ. Navia, stop!
Thank goodness it's over.
Yeah, it's good to know it's not scripted
We're
roles.
lucky the marechaussee hunter class came with all those preset skill points. Otherwise, we would have been in some real trouble.
I never knew the photometer even determines the amount of damage you inflict. If you get unlucky, isn't it just game over right then and there?
That's part of the fun. The uncertainty of fate is what gives these games their appeal.
True, it might be
Just
if you
as
roll a nat
begin
1,
to
you just
celebrate
die.
your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
Oh.
A suspicious lump. Wait, could it be the thing that appears after every battle?
A chest?
I walk up to it, crouch down.
No, get Liddy to do it. Get
and
Liddy to do it.
begin to carefully examine it. I've still got my right glove on, so it should be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. It was previously obscured by the large form of the monsters. With the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower bud.
Oh god.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
Woohoo! Let's dig it up.
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the ground.
Find out what's in the chest on the next episode of Dungeons and Dragons Genshin Impact Edition. I'm kidding. Oh my. Is somebody in my fucking co-op? Can you get the fuck out of my co-op?
Even without
What
opening
the
it,
fuck?
you can tell from the mora and jewels scattered around
I'm
the
so
chest
confused.
that it must contain quite the fortune.
Makes sense.
I guess it was
We worked
open.
hard for
I don't
this.
know.
Let's open it. We can share what's inside.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Yes.
Yeah. Think about
The
all
citizens.
the people suffering in the capital. Or all those guards who got hurt fighting the monsters.
True.
Wouldn't it be better if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? Paimon thought since we were the ones to dig it up, we could just take it for ourselves.
Well, let's put it this way. Any decision you make during a role-playing game can impact the future course of the story. But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marcia Say hunters. What if they think we procured the treasure illegally? They might get even more suspicious of us.
True.
It's definitely something we should consider. Maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, if donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on good food? Then we'll be ready to fight even more bad guys.
Looks like you're facing a difficult choice once again. Well, it's getting late. Why don't we call it a day for now?
Wow, where did the time go?
Typical D&D session, dude. The time goes fucking nowhere.
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all or because the story is particularly enticing, but I feel like I could almost keep going.
Same. Let's do it.
Here,
Through the
here.
night, dude. Through the night.
Ooh, how
Yeah.
about we play through
Bro,
the night?
Navia is my fucking spirit animal, dude. I love this girl. Dude, she is literally my fucking spirit animal.
I'm not sure I'll have enough energy for that.
Yeah, that won't work for me either.
God fucking damn it.
Lynette will give me an earful if I get home too late.
I understand how you feel.
We'll go play at the
Navia,
House of the
but
Hearth.
We have to change venues for the next part of the story anyway.
Another location?
Yeah.
There's a special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part of the script.
Whoa. They really pulled out all the stops for this new script.
Well, even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Clorinde finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me you just want to finish the free desserts before we break for the day.
Probably.
That's just a coincidence, okay? Besides, to Paimon, not finishing free food feels even worse than having to buy her own. And anyway, Paimon really
That is
does
a lot
want
of
to hear more
leftover
about
food.
Clorinde's master.
Well,
If the story doesn't have a happy ending, it's okay not to finish it.
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past.
Huh.
It won't do any harm to share these things now.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's a story based on reality, I guess, at the end of the day, but it could still be sad. It can definitely still be sad.
My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her, she saved me from certain people of ill repute. My birth parents had left me behind some time before that.
Okay.
What a heavy beginning for a life story.
The master was, what was her name, like Petronilla or something?
Master was a fascinating individual.
Petronilla?
If inexperienced in the ways of raising children, my first ever toy was a short sword.
Damn.
Although I suppose it wasn't so much a toy as something Master removed from her waist and handed to a noisy child in need of distraction.
Oh.
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword to a child? Isn't that dangerous?
Oh,
Did
God.
you hurt yourself?
Of course I did. I cut my palm and bled quite a lot. But Master was not concerned. She just stood there and casually lectured me about it.
That's a terrible parent.
That's what you
even
get
if they're
for
not a
holding
parent.
the sword properly,
Terrible
she told
parental
me.
figure.
She then crouched down next to me and said,
See,
"Give me your hand. I'll teach you to bandage this wound. After that, it's time to learn how to truly hold a blade."
bad parenting, even if it's not a blood parent or whatever, because, see, the better thing to do to avoid even scolding the child for cutting their hand on a sword would be to teach them how to truly hold the blade before you give them the fucking sword.
Excuse me for asking this, Clorinde, but how old were you
5.
exactly when all this happened?
Guarantee.
Probably around 3, give or take.
3?
3? Isn't that when most kids are still struggling to hold a fork?
As I said, Master was rather inexperienced in the ways of raising children. She believed trial and error was the best way to teach a child what they're capable of.
Well, it wasn't.
I'm not so sure this is a question of experience.
Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck?
I didn't see anything wrong with her ways at the time. And anyway,
Yeah, you were
children
3.
don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once.
What?
It was a Geovishap hatchling.
A Geovishap hatchling? For a pet? That seems even more dangerous.
Kind of cool, though.
What she said was this: make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight. Whoever loses is the real pet.
Bro, what?
And how old were you when this happened?
5.
5.
Well, did you win?
No, I lost.
So you're saying you actually became the Geovishap's pet?
No shot.
Yes,
What?
but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat, and we've shared a cordial relationship ever since.
That really doesn't sound like the kind of childhood someone should have.
Later on, I gradually understood that Master most likely didn't know any other way to raise a child. She was a Marashosei hunter, but I never heard her bring up her own parents. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters in the wild by myself the year after that.
Where the Geovishap, Clorinde? Where is
Even
it?
though the training she subjected me to was strict, she always made sure to take me traveling when she had the time. We met many of her friends during those days. That was also how I met Mr. Callis and his family.
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join our picnic and hid behind Miss
Aw.
Petronilla the whole time.
I still hadn't really met many children my age at that time, so I didn't know how to interact with others.
After that, though, you started coming over a lot. You loved challenging people to shooting competitions, remember? I don't think many members of the Spina ever beat you in one of those.
I
Aw.
had a lot of fun during those days.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, do you remember that one time we went exploring around the Spina together? We overheard Papa call your master Fontaine's protector of justice. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one time.
Aw.
Protector of justice. Oh, wait, you mean that vigilante hero from 20 years ago? The one who was
Bro.
always active at night?
Does every nation have a fucking Batman now?
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing.
Wait,
Until, like Navia said, we overheard the truth from Mr. Callis that night.
maybe now that we have European Batman, well, I guess German Batman and French Batman, maybe that's the underground group that Deluc is in cahoots with. Maybe it is just a lot of bat people.
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
My apologies.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause. Although, calling herself the protector of order was a bit much. Especially when she deliberately operated outside the law.
Huh? When did the Protector of Justice
Yeah.
become the Protector of Order?
When did that happen?
Oh, she had a bunch of code names. I heard she would just come up with a name on the spot whenever she was asked.
She maybe like D&D as well?
Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided to stick to just 2. The Protector of Justice and the protector of order.
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which of the two she'd use by the time she got back each night.
Well, she certainly sounds like a fascinating individual. With her strong sense of justice, it's no surprise her student followed in her footsteps.
True.
It's true. I always wanted to become like her. Someone powerful, independent, and with a strong sense of conviction. But
Better parenting skills.
But
she suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Oh.
Disappeared? What happened?
I have no idea. She didn't even leave a note. I was never able to find out where she went.
Oh.
That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. When I returned home on my own, it was to an empty house. When she still didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callus's house to ask about her whereabouts. But he only shook his head.
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret, but they never found any credible leads.
Don't worry, I understand. To be
Wow.
perfectly honest, given Master's personality and way of doing things, it all made a lot of sense. If I had to guess, I'd say she probably used it as an opportunity to force me to become independent. Just like how, when a litter of kittens reaches a certain age, the mother willingly leaves them behind.
Were you
Meow.
upset, Clorinde?
At 10?
I was at first, but not anymore. I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
I like how we're still shocked at the fact that she did fucked up things to her child while her child was still young, after she gave her a sword at age 3 and she cut her hand on it, and then gave her a Geovishap hatchling as a pet at age 5 and said, if you lose in a fight, you're the pet now. Deal with it.
Well, despite everything, you still managed to follow in her footsteps and become the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
Kinda.
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased. But you're right. I suppose I do take after her in some ways.
Who knew Clorinde had such an interesting past?
I saw you,
I
little
never had a
shitter.
chance to
I
ask
fucking
her
saw
about
the
it
name.
before.
Banned.
I wonder if Clorinde's master were the champion duelist back then. Would that duel against Mr. Callus have gone differently? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorinde and Navia are probably thinking something similar. The mood just got super awkward all of a sudden.
Well, anyway. Would you look at the time? It's getting dark, so we should probably call it a day for real this time.
Okay.
If we keep talking like this, we really will be here all night.
Oh, what a shame.
I had a
Aw.
great time today, Miss Clorinde. Thank you for being our GM.
Thank you, Clorinde.
Anytime.
The script was good, but I've got to say, your childhood stories were even better. Hey, you should tell us more about that fight against the Geovishap sometime. Maybe your master was onto something.
You could be right.
What does she mean, onto something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight a bishop in their spare time.
I know a 5-year-old who would make friends with a Bishop in their spare time, Clee.
Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I want to continue enjoying the story tomorrow.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was
Yes.
talking about the script.
Oh. How's the quest? This... I'll wait until the very end to give my full perspective on it, but so far... Can I get some Lumitoil? What the fuck is Lumitoil? Is this a random fucking person that just yoinked into my world to fucking... Get out of my world!
Just between the two of us, could you tell me what it was like to be the Geovishap's pet?
Huh?
It was nothing special, really. Geoviships don't understand the concept of a pet. So basically, it just headbutted me whenever I entered its territory.
And that hurt?
Yeah, it hurt.
Duh!
What, something you want to experience for yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
What the fuck? Y'all are fucking weird, horny. Okay, so this was supposed to be an indoor place, right? I just tried to grapple. Brother, there is nothing fucking here. This isn't even a cave. What the fuck do you mean? Enter. What?
Looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important decision to be made, yes?
Yeah, at least
I'll
at a
pour
trap
everyone
door.
a cup of tea.
Is that really the most important part, though, Clorinde? Paimon's more concerned about our current surroundings.
Yeah, but we in jail.
Heavy walls, cold railings, dim lights. This is obviously supposed to be a prison.
I admire the work put into the set. Still, it's obvious the scriptwriter has never paid a visit to the fortress of Meripede.
Yeah, pretty different kind of jail.
Is going to be a part of the script?
Unfortunately, that is something I can neither confirm nor deny.
Makes sense.
Anyone think Clorinde's smile is starting to look kinda scary?
It just means it's a
Well,
yes.
Whatever happens, we'll just have to push on. But first, we should really figure out what to do with this treasure. If we're worried about arousing
Gifted
suspicion
4? Thank you for the
because of our
gifted.
identity,
Thank you, thank you.
why don't we give ourselves a different name, just like Clorinde's master did?
Yeah, it might be better to keep a low profile. As long as we're helping people, it doesn't matter who we are or what we're called.
True.
Staring at me won't get you anywhere. Or did you want some more tea?
I want tea.
Paimon's good. Thanks. Why aren't you saying anything, Navia? Wait, what's that next to you?
Oh, this is the short sword Clorinde mentioned last night. I found it.
What?
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down after all this time.
Well, I made sure to take good care of it, considering the circumstances in which you gave it to me. Of course I had to keep it safe.
Huh?
Anyway, where were we? Oh, right. I was just thinking about all the potential ways for us to break out of prison. We could dig a tunnel, or try to bribe the guards.
Wait,
Tunnel sounds good.
we haven't been thrown into prison yet, have we?
Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays to be prepared. Just like how you should always have an umbrella on hand, even when it's sunny.
Sunbrella.
Alright, Paimon's made up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away.
What?
Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her snacks.
Paimon's develop it as a character.
So, you reached an agreement? All right then, we can continue with the story.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure on the ground as well.
All right.
hell.
You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital with your bag of loot in hand.
Kenny, thank you for the 10 biddies. It has to be I think it's 100 for hype train stuff. But don't worry about
The
it.
city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere. But your spirits are surprisingly high.
Of course.
In places where sunlight struggles
Where
to
the marshal
reach,
say
you generously share your wealth
Faction
with
of
the
hunters.
children, the elderly, and the poor in urgent need of help. Thank you, kind soul. The elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move entirely out of sight. However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much progress.
She's probably trying to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we can address the sorcerer problem.
That is true. The sorcerers are a bigger threat than the monsters. Yes, you think of the tier 3. Holy shit, W, dude. Thank you.
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy. I'm sure he knows the people here far better than us.
Oh, good idea.
Just as you start to make way to the square, intent on finding the man again, there's a voice.
Oh, I didn't get the pick. Oh, God, I didn't get the pick. Oh, Clorinde's making a check. Oh, shit. Please fail. Please fail. Well, I just want to see what happens if you
Please
fail.
wait, distinguished guests.
Well, hello there. Serious God.
Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed to politely pay their respects.
Greetings, gentlemen. Are we being invited for afternoon tea?
Surely you jest, my lady. That would not be our place. It is His Excellency the King who requests to meet with you. Please come with us.
Okay, I'm down. You doing a story quest? We are indeed. Plumage, thank you for the 30 months.
Do you think this could be a trap?
Well, we have to investigate the port at some point, right? Meeting the king himself would be a fantastic opportunity to do that.
I say we go for it. If something happens, we'll just turn the whole place upside down.
That sounds a little intense.
True.
After a quick discussion, you nod to the guards and agree to follow. They lead you all the way to the audience hall of the palace. Gilded tables line both sides of the hall. The space itself is adorned with all manner of expensive antiques, glass shelves, and silver candlesticks. The items appear quite ordinary in size and dimension, yet their presence somehow makes the emptiness of the hall feel even more surreal and ominous.
Interesting.
Wow, it's so luxurious.
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, sits upon the deep crimson throne before you. He wears above his head a majestic crown, with a gemstone
It's
the size of a
Envagotash.
bird's egg set right at the very front. As you observe it, you see a complex pattern of light reflect off its surface. They're here, your majesty.
Is that a
A
blue
man
mustache?
dressed in
Oh.
dark clothes, likely a minister, shields his mouth with his hands and bends down to whisper a few words to the king. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up. His gaze shifts to fixate on your group, but he does not move from his place at the king's side.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings. The man by his side, though, we should keep a close eye on him.
The king remains still and says nothing. The minister is the one who speaks. Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, His Majesty the King finds himself quite exhausted from work. So please allow me, his Prime Minister, to welcome you in his stead.
Thanks.
I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters, used your exceptional ability with the sword to repel the monsters near the capital. Such a great deed deserves to be rewarded.
This guy's speaking in a cadence that makes me think he's a bad guy. I have a theory. The king is under a spell by the fucking evil sorcerers, and this guy is one of them.
However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes, you'll forgive
You know what he
me
sounds
for
like?
seeking to verify the truth by speaking to you myself.
If y'all have ever seen Hamilton, you know exactly who I think this guy sounds like.
Well, we've got nothing to hide. You brought us here to talk, right? So we'll just explain what happened. The golem's blades were so powerful, they could cut down trees in a single swipe. It took a lot of effort to defeat them, even for trained swordsmen like us.
True.
Well, that was enough details, right? Believe us now?
Clorinde voiced all the NPCs. Guys,
Your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must mean you are also in possession of the treasure they stole?
I'm obviously not saying I think it's a dude from Hamilton that voiced this fucking NPC. I'm saying the way he speaks is the same, so he gives me the same vibes as a character.
Well, we did take the treasure, but...
How did he know about the treasure?
Then I must ask that you return it at once. It belongs to the kingdom.
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed deserved a reward?
Yep.
Shouldn't the treasure be considered a part of that?
Yes, that was indeed what I said. But you seem to have forgotten a very important distinction. Only that which is freely given by the king can
Freely?
be considered a reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without said permission, on the other hand, is
Agree.
a crime.
But that's completely unreasonable.
A crime.
Yeah, that makes no sense! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground somewhere!
Maybe so, yet the fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without reporting it to the court and without receiving permission, yes?
We're going to jail. Navia, persuasion.
What, no answer? Surely you're not insinuating that you, a group of legendary Marechaussee hunters, sought to take the treasure for yourselves?
Well,
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated, with his hands resting on either side of the throne.
Let me do an insight check.
His posture is rigid.
He's
and
under the
unmoving.
spell of this motherfucker.
He
Let me do an
stares
insight
forward with
check.
an empty look in his eyes, completely unmoved by the events before him.
From the look of things,
Yes.
could the Prime Minister be the evil sorcerer?
Yes, definitely.
Could both the king and the Prime Minister have fallen under the evil sorcerer's control?
No, I think the Prime
I
Minister
would
is
like
the
to
sorcerer.
observe the number of guards stationed in the hall.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed upon the hilt of their sword, as if prepared to draw their weapons and surround you at a moment's notice.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears we've been visited by nothing more than a group of ill-intentioned imposters. What a pity. Guards, take them away and throw them in the dungeon.
Astaria, steal the key.
Before I decide your
I mean-
fate, however, I must first determine whether you have any accomplices outside the court.
Brain rot, dude. Fuck. I meant Liddy. I meant Liddy!
Can't we try to slip away? Or maybe start some kind of riot?
But if we try to fight the guards right now...
Don't worry. At least we figured out who's behind all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon, just hold my hand.
You can have my hand too, and then we can both throw you for double distance.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
You're welcome.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides. It's only when you begin to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling
Oh, what the fuck?
and smell the stench of death and decay all around you that you finally realize you've stepped into a completely different world. Stay here and don't try anything funny.
Quick for you to tell a joke.
The guards lock the cell door and leave without looking back.
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoes through the dark hall, but the only response you receive is the sound of water dripping from the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, what should we do now?
Carve out a new path of fate with our own two hands, of course. I draw my weapon.
You reach toward your waist.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
find
say,
nothing
dude.
there.
Like,
You now recall that your weapons were confiscated before the guards locked you in the cell.
duh.
The bag of treasure along with them.
They ain't gonna fucking throw you in jail with all your weapons and shit.
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
Oh.
When did you hide it in there?
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
Rejected. You failed to inform the
Yeah,
GM of
you
this course
can't.
of action.
She's trying to
Moreover, the guards
metagame,
would have
dude.
conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be seen?
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the cell door.
Oh.
Oh,
Is it even locked?
there goes all our plans.
Indeed.
Huh? Why are you the one saying indeed?
Because that statement holds true for me as well.
Oh.
This is where the script ends.
Yo, make your own script.
What? But that's a terrible ending!
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of hint, or gives the GM some kind of code for how to move forward.
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison.
True.
Like, they'll only show us the way out once we've grown truly and utterly desperate?
That is a possibility.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait, guess that's kind of how the Fortress of Meripede works if you're lucky.
Yes, if you're lucky.
Oh, before I forget, Navia, the short sword you had with you earlier. I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era. If I remember correctly, that style was last in vogue several hundred years ago.
In vogue.
Clorinde said that sword used to belong to her master, right? Does that mean her master has been alive that long?
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything. I'd say the sword was most likely an heirloom passed down over time.
Hang on. A precious heirloom passed down to you by your master. And you gave it to me just like that? You weren't worried I might lose it?
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key, and a good amount of junk she probably just didn't want to take with her. I gave you the sword back then because I didn't want our friendship to end.
Wait, when did this happen exactly?
After the duel between Mr. Callus and myself.
Oh god. Oh god.
Before that, Clorinde would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa as well. After the duel, though, there was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted this sword to me, and never came back. We were both sad, and conflicted, and totally overthinking everything as a result.
Jesus,
Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder if Miss Petronilla had never introduced us to each other at that picnic. Maybe part of the sadness I was feeling could have been
Yeah,
avoided.
but so much of the
Back
happiness
then,
you felt.
It felt like I
would have also been
hadn't just
avoided.
lost a father, but a close friend as well.
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you two found your way back to each other and can enjoy things like this together.
True.
Yep, you're right.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to bring up any sad memories.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
Damn, dude. Wait, the next part of the script, did it just get slid under the I think it did. Yasi, you think of the $5 dono, by the way. The message didn't pop up for me. I'll have to check that in a bit. Sorry. Thank you for the $5 dono, though. Thank you.
Looks like the next part of our script is here.
Nice.
Perfect timing.
Oh, God.
The situation was really starting to get desperate. And not just because of the prison thing.
From Clarenne's face, I really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
It speaks to her professionalism as a senior GM, game master.
Water continues to drip from the ceiling. In this lightless dungeon, you lack a reliable way to tell how much time has passed. Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw, mold, and rust, and find yourselves alternating between fits of drowsiness and despair. Suddenly,
Psychopathy.
you hear footsteps outside the door.
Heads up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Get ready, lady. Steal the fucking key off of him.
Close, everyone.
Oh, there wasn't a key,
Keep
was
your
there?
voice down.
Kill him. Wait, what? Who the fuck are you? You help? We're not in jail. We're at the table. Kidding. We are in jail.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own. I'm also a marechaussee hunter.
What the hell?
Shh. I've already sent away the other guards, but if we make too much noise...
I understand, but how can we be sure we can trust you?
You can't.
The king has issued a formal decree. In light of the irrefutable proof of your crime, you're to be executed before tomorrow's sunrise. If you want to escape, it has to be now.
Executed? We barely did anything!
Monsters appearing at the same location as the treasure. Could this entire thing have been a trap?
Yes.
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. As for my identity, I have no way to prove that to you just yet. Infiltrating the capital was difficult, and finding a chance to speak with you has taken a lot out of me. I could go on.
Wait, true.
I think we can all agree that now is not the time for details.
True. This isn't Clorinde's voice. Who's voicing this guy? Maybe the script master, the script guy. Doesn't look like we have any other choice. Let us speak again.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door.
Oh hell yeah.
Still, these weapons alone won't be enough to defeat the true enemy behind the scenes. His faction is too powerful. The guards are all under his control, and he's even stationed a number of golems in various rooms throughout the palace. To defeat him, you must find a secret vault. It is said that within that vault, the marechaussee hunters of the past left behind a treasure with the power to defeat the sorcerer.
You're not coming with us?
Is it the power of friendship?
No, I'll remain in the dungeons to deal with the guards. I'll try my best to distract them so they don't go after you. As long as my identity is not revealed, I'll be able to aid you when the final battle comes.
In that case, please stay safe.
Thank you for your concern. I will do my utmost. As for the location of the vault, here, this map should lead you there.
Okay. Interesting, interesting. Oh shit, okay.
Got it.
All right, once I open the door, remember to stick close and refrain from making any noise. I'll lead you out of here as quickly as possible. You now have the chance to restore the honor and legacy of the Mara Shosei Hunters. So please, get out there and reclaim what's ours.
I will!
Be sure to exercise caution.
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeons. Your sense of despair and anxiety both seem to fade as you continue your quest.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Interesting,
Wait,
interesting.
we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
Indeed. Only forward. Thoughts on the quest so far? I'll give my overall thoughts at the very end, because I have a lot to say about this quest, actually. Where the hell is the treasure, dude? Oh.
Should be the place marked on the map.
This bit of rock certainly looks suspicious.
Kill it.
Well, I'd say an investigation's in order then. Plus, if all else fails, we can just blow it up.
I agree. Oh. I think she actually would, dude.
You really meant that.
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water, its surface shimmering a brilliant shade of sapphire blue.
Well, guess this means it's time for a swim.
You can't swim. Fuck it. Oh, wait. I tried. Oh, wow. What the hell? What?
Oh, what's the matter?
It's nothing.
Clearly
As you
it's
step into the
something.
cave, you find yourself in an eerily quiet space. Before you lies a narrow passageway that appears to trail off endlessly into the distance.
Okay. Why do I feel like we're gonna find her fucking mother or something? Oh, that's cool.
Wow, this must be where the treasure is hidden.
But this door is blocking our way in.
Oh, the music.
It almost looks like it's been here for quite some time. And I've got to hand it to the tabletop troupe. They really went all out with the props.
Huh. What have we got down here? A kind of mechanism connected to the door? Ah, it looks like we might have to arrange it into a certain pattern.
It's the...
On a stone door. That's something Master mentioned before.
Wait, are we actually gonna find her mum?
Is something wrong,
Oh,
Clorinde?
well, her master.
After
I
a
keep saying
long,
mum.
difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map. It appears to be an ancient site of some sort, where treasure likely awaits. Your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene, as if the secret that slumbers here has never once been disturbed. If you listen closely, you can almost convince yourself you can hear the sound of its calm, gentle breathing.
What the fuck?
That description makes Paimon feel kind of bad for disturbing this place.
We're doing this for the sake of the people, to free them from the evil sorcerer. I say it's time for this treasure to once again see the light of day.
Linny's right. We need to keep going. The future of the kingdom depends on it.
What if the treasure's the
Next
Vish
part of the story requires us to solve
hatchling?
the puzzle, right? Let's start exploring the area.
Yes, that should be fine. Something feels off about all this. Guess I'll just have to improvise.
Yeah. I don't really know either, but it is interesting. The treasure's probably going to be the friends we made along the way. Maybe. We did it!
It worked!
Something just appeared. Some kind of new mechanism, maybe?
No, Lenny, that's a
By
pouch.
solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of inheriting the secrets of the past. At the end of each puzzle, you're rewarded with
With?
a key.
What the hell? It's a complex-looking key.
Oh, it must be the key to the big
door.
Huh? This is one of the Marechaussee Hunter keys that are passed down from
Oh,
generation to
bro.
generation.
We're actually gonna find her fucking master, aren't
Just
we?
like the one Master passed down to me.
Petronilla.
It is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final, complete key. And it seems like we just collected 3 of them.
You have the last one, right?
That must mean...
Huh? What's wrong?
You hear a few strange noises. Suddenly, all the torches in the ruin go out at once.
Huh? What's going on? Did we fall into another trap?
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torches, the space is now completely dark, and you cannot see anything.
I open my eyes.
But Paimon can still see a little
Paimon,
bit over
close
here.
your fucking eyes.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Jesus.
Suddenly, you hear the sound of footsteps pierce through the darkness.
There's someone else here. Oh, this is so unsettling. I can't see anything.
Dude, this would be great if this was the way that Clorinde's, I'm gonna call her mother, but I mean the master, finally realized like how to be a good parent and come back into her life in this way by like playing a role in this game, and this is how she's like, I'm back after like so many years. Sure, it still fucking sucks that she left for so long, but that'd be such a cool way to come back into her child's life.
I've been discovered then.
That's not her mom.
Wait, that voice, it's...
You recognize the voice as belonging to the guard who led you to this place. It appears he now covets the treasure for himself.
Really?
And has come to stake his claim.
You fucking idiot.
Oh, so this is just part of the script. Then I can probably relax. Well, if we can't see anything, that means we can't fight to the fullest of our abilities. Should we retreat for now?
No.
Judging by the way he's holding his sword, he must be
Oh,
a real
shit.
Marechaussee Hunter. But this isn't part of the script.
Retreat? That's not the Hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit. This battle will be in the dark.
God, dude.
Well then, let us begin.
Dude, we couldn't do this in real life. This is a health and safety. Nice eyes. What the fuck?
Into the shadows.
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Your strike is successful.
Ha! You're facing a veteran Marechaussee Hunter. You don't stand...
Is he still standing? Goodness, he sure has a lot of HP.
Did I do it?
Is it over?
Eyes closed.
Can we
Let's
open
go.
our eyes now?
You got to be immersed.
The enemy is strong and relentless, but the battle is nearing its end. The torches have not been relit.
What about now?
Final strike. Ha!
Oh. Wait, that looked cool as hell. I'm glad I opened my eyes. Oh, shit. Damn!
Well, did we get him?
Why isn't she answering? Because she just killed a man.
Clorinde?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the 4 of you successfully defeat the uninvited guest. That look in his eyes. It's like he became an entirely different person as soon as I defeated him.
Huh? Mr. Florian? Oh, wait. We're supposed to be role-playing. I should stay in character. Speak your name, guard.
I'm so
Why
confused.
did you lead us here just to betray us? Is this treasure really more important to you than bringing peace to the kingdom?
What kingdom? What peace? Those were nothing but lies.
Really?
I, Florian, am a true Marechaussee Hunter, descended from hunters of ages past.
So he's also using his real name. Or
Oh, God.
wait, was that the name of the...
Then I'm even more confused. If you truly are a Marashose hunter,
I'm setting autoplay off. I didn't skip
shouldn't
that.
you want to help us just like you said before? Shouldn't we fight together for the sake of the people?
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no glory to be had as a Marashose hunter.
What's that supposed to mean?
My skills were passed down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in the remote wilderness. Still, he devoted everything he had to being a Marashose hunter. And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain. In a world that forgot all about him. When he died, not a single person came to mourn his passing. The Marashose hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes. We deserved more recognition and respect than this.
I can get that.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember the hunters and their legacy?
Bro,
I didn't expect
Farina,
the script to contain this level of social criticism.
I don't think...
So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself? You feel like you're owed fame and wealth?
If you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down here and take it?
Because I still needed the final key.
Clorinde.
Only a true Marashose hunter is capable of passing through this final door. As someone who sought to hurt others for his own gain, Florian lost that right long ago.
Okay, but what is this treasure anyway? We've got all the keys, right? So can we just go in and take a look?
You're sure you want to go in?
We've been talking about it for so long. Of course we want to see what's inside.
Yes.
And we've already defeated Florian, right? So he won't try to take it from us anymore.
Pesky brats.
This isn't in the script, guys.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door together.
All right. Your choice of action is confirmed.
Oh, God. Clorinde takes the keys out from earlier and walks up to the heavy door. Without anyone noticing, she takes out her own key and joins it with the others to form the final required shape. Oh, God.
Before you, the door to the treasure, sealed and undisturbed for more than 100 years, finally swings open. You hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse. Almost like a sleeping giant letting out an extended yawn. You get the impression that the secrets buried behind this door might be just as heavy as the sound you just heard.
The hell?
It's open! Come on, let's go in! Paimon wants to see what's inside!
Ooh, me too!
Not the story eyes, dude. Hey, me 3!
Ugh, uncovering hidden treasure is the most exciting part of adventuring. What do we have here? Uh-huh.
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapons?
The treasure's probably information. Is that clothes?
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned warehouse!
What if it's like her mum's gravesite or something, dude?
Maybe the troop ran out of budget at the end?
They provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball at the most important part? They could have at least filled this place with cardboard Mora or something!
Maybe go check what it is first.
Wait, I get it now. Paimon, this is the real Marashose hunter treasure.
Huh?
Yes, this isn't fake.
This is it? The Marashose hunter treasure is just a stone slab and some broken swords? I can't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Whoa, are you okay?
The Marashose hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. He needs to leave the room for a moment to collect himself.
The hell?
One of you seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest of you wish to follow suit, you may remain here in the meantime and explore your surroundings.
She's staying in character so well, what the hell? Okay, Florian's the other way. I want to take a look around here, dude, and talk to everybody. What is... Oh, it's bows. I thought it was clothes. Alright, let me talk to Lenny.
Walter.
White?
What is the treasure supposed to be?
Meth. I've cracked the case.
The names on the tablet.
You're goddamn right.
The old and broken weapons.
Who the fuck is Walter? A stone tablet that stands there quietly. A few people's names and deeds have been inscribed upon it. Okay, well. Alright, let's go. Maybe it's Florian's fucking dad or something. Walter.
So, how are you doing? Feeling any better?
What just happened?
Do you remember how you got here? Or what happened to your body just now?
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted to... The explosives in the cave!
You mean these?
How did you...
What the hell?
I could tell something was off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out. I've already dismantled the whole thing.
Nice. Yeah, it
So
doesn't
the
have the
strongest
purple eyes
champion
anymore.
duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day once again. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. It would seem your skills as a Marashose hunter are as sharp as ever.
I deserve some answers, don't you think? Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth. Luckily, your monologue was dramatic enough to convince my friends you were just role-playing.
I don't know. I just always felt like there was something in my heart that didn't belong to me. Something agitated and angry. Who knows? Maybe it was my own anger all along. I could never really tell.
Interesting.
The feelings about my father and the other Marashose hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I was angry, bitter that no one remembered them or praised their accomplishments.
I think that's totally reasonable and understandable to feel that way.
I don't know when it started, but at some point, my anger came to completely consume me. At that point, I remembered the legend my father used to tell me. The one about the treasure.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives? Wouldn't they just destroy the treasure and bury you along with it?
I can't remember. My head is a mess. It felt like there was this voice telling me to eliminate the hunters, but now it's gone.
From your description, I suspect you were dealing with a devorator.
Devorator?
That's not what... How do you both pronounce it so differently when she just said it?
Oh, your master... your father, I mean, never talked about it? It was a kind of monster that was active several centuries ago.
Your father? My father?
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure why you suddenly... Wait, it can't be.
The
seal.
The seal?
Like the seal? Or like a seal?
My family has served as Marashose hunters for many generations. But the title and swordsmanship weren't the only things passed down over our line. There was a seal as well. My father instructed me to always watch over that seal and maintain it regularly.
Wait.
He said it had been passed down over a truly ancient age, and protecting it was our clan's most important duty.
The more he was talking about it, the more I was convinced it was an actual seal, like a seal. But no, I think it's a seal, like a closing seal.
But I neglected that duty after he died. I finally decided to come down and check on it one day, and that's where my memories become fuzzy.
The Devorator would be a formidable adversary for any mortal being, even ones as capable as the Hunters. If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you could easily fall prey to its influence and corruption. In light of this, some Marashose hunters chose to seal the Devorator away, in the hopes that a permanent solution would come with the passage of time.
Understandable.
I heard it has the power to amplify the obsessions and desires in people's hearts, to the point where they overtake you entirely. It would seem I'm not just lacking in skill with a blade, but in mental fortitude as well.
Lol.
And yet, you were able to retrieve 3 of the 4 keys.
True.
If I remember correctly, each was entrusted to a respected and capable hunter. How did you manage it?
Don't say you killed them.
One of them belonged to my father. The second I stole from a different hunter. And the third was one that I snatched while the person was on the way home from the tavern.
Damn.
I nearly died in that alley.
Jesus Christ.
I know just how strong you are. It's as clear as day to everyone in Fontaine. I observed you from dusk to dawn, but could never find any opportunity to sneak up on you. I never even saw you drink a single glass of liquor. The only way I could think to obtain that last key was to lure you here using your hobby, and then... Oh, I get it now. That monster, it wanted to bury you here alongside the treasure.
I won't comment on anything else, but the script was good.
It was.
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into it. The stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marechaussee hunters and how they came to be forgotten.
It's more than just a story.
Huh?
It's history.
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of yourself, no matter how small.
Mm-hmm.
I have done so many despicable things. I have nothing to be proud of.
You have a few things to be proud of, but also a few things that are despicable that you should be very ashamed of.
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer in your story. Isn't he the true antagonist?
True.
The one who sought nothing but his own gain, and used the people as pawns to attain it? In your heart of hearts, he was the one you truly wanted to defeat.
But I've already tainted my sword. I no longer have any right to...
Wake up, Florian. Remember how you introduced yourself earlier. Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people? What did your father teach you about our order? You do not wield your sword for yourself, but to protect those you serve. There's nothing special about a blade. It's the intentions of the wielder that matter above all else.
Yeah.
Do you still not understand?
That is true.
Even after seeing the treasure for yourself? The contents of that room, they represent the true legacy the hunters left behind.
You're right. I am a Marechaussee hunter. It's time for me to redeem, no, to finally serve the people I vowed to protect all along.
I wouldn't be so quick to push aside the need for redemption.
I know. That's a charge I won't bother to defend myself against.
Good. Then, come with me. And help me see the script through to the end.
Hell yeah, dude.
See the script through to the end?
You still got a whole cast going.
But there's no more script left.
Time to make shit up.
Never finished it, huh?
No, I mean, I wrote the script with the sole purpose of luring you all here. There was no reason to write beyond this point.
Then we'll just have to keep writing it. The evil sorcerer still needs to be defeated.
Yeah.
You mean the Devorator? Are you saying I have to make up the rest of the script as we go along?
Yes, Florian, you fucking dumbass.
Is that really so hard? You've already written most of it. Surely you can write an ending where the hunters win and justice prevails. I'll be there to help you too.
You aren't afraid your party will fall into danger?
Nah,
I know
we're
what
capable.
my friends are capable of, and they're all quite skilled.
Yeah.
Besides, I need their help.
Plus, I have proficiency bonus in insight, so I knew what you were up to all along, little bitch.
Then, are you going to tell them the truth about all this?
I already know the truth.
I don't intend to spoil the fun. Sometimes, protecting dreams and fantasies is more important than exposing the truth. Don't you think?
Also, Farina's playing on easy mode, so she's guaranteed to win everything, so we don't have to worry. Just thought I'd remind you of that one. Florian. Okay, let's go. So dumb. So dumb.
They're back.
Hello.
That took a while.
Long conversation.
Ahem! My fellow Marechaussee hunters, please forgive me, for I have sinned.
Tone it down.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. After crossing swords with you and witnessing your courage in battle, I've rediscovered my true self and regained my pride as a Marechaussee hunter.
Oh, do I smell a redemption arc?
Yes, play a bit of music.
I confess, I was brainwashed by the evil sorcerer. He asked me to lure you here so he could bury you in this cave.
That little... Wait, you're saying all of that wasn't you, but the evil sorcerer?
Yeah, remember his purple eyes?
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts and minds of the people. I fell under his influence because I did not possess a strong enough sense of will.
Huh. And how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to fall for the same trap twice.
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me of my father's past teachings. The treasure was actually...
The names of all the Marechaussee hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Yeah.
Wait, you already know?
Of course. Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills.
Navia,
Oh, wait.
stay in character.
I mean, Marechaussee hunter Navia's exploration skills.
Jesus Christ.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating people. For
Este.
example, this Marechaussee hunter called Est.
Oh, Est.
She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter and passed judgment on many people. But in private, she had a very easygoing personality. Her favorite pastime was singing and dancing with her friends, and she was said to have a beautiful voice.
Very interesting. That sounds kind of like Farina's story as well.
So, she was just like you.
Yes.
Oh, you really think so?
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this Walter. Working as an executioner, he supposedly used a countless number of tricks to confound his enemies in battle. Oh, if only I could have seen the feats of magic he pulled off back then.
True.
Their lives were all so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments. How could they have all been forgotten?
Because they chose to be.
I bet her mom did the same
To hunt
thing.
monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark. To be a Marechaussee hunter is to willingly give up on wealth and fame.
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their companions.
That's right. Few Marechaussee hunters ever revealed their identity to the public. They always protected the city from the shadows. The only time they spoke of their accomplishments would be at night, when they gathered with their fellow hunters in front of the bonfire to share stories of the monsters slain by their hand.
So, this tablet was created not so that the hunters would be remembered by the people, but so that they would be remembered by each other.
That's pretty messed
No
up.
wonder this place was so well hidden.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn silence. The names of your comrades etched onto its surface serve as a reminder that you are never truly alone. The tablet proves that, although a hunter walks a shrouded path, it is not a solitary one. There will always be those who walk beside you, a fact that remains as true today as in ages long past. Their legacies shall continue to be passed down from generation to generation, as everlasting as the stone onto which their names are carved.
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure if I ever became lost. So this is what you wanted me to find.
I'm gonna do the insight check.
His eyes are sincere, and his words ring true. You can tell that every word he spoke just now came from the bottom of his heart.
I'm a role player, dude.
I implore you, everyone, please give me a chance to make up for all I've done. Allow me to fight alongside you and defeat the evil sorcerer that threatens the peace and prosperity of everyone in this kingdom.
For all the people in this basement.
Well, I say we let you join.
Sounds good to me too. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do to make up for them.
Imagine it's like, I'd love to join you, but your party's full. Someone's got to stay behind.
I have no objections, but... Mr. Florian, do you even know how to defeat the evil sorcerer?
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts.
Oh, shit.
Every time I thought of the treasure, he reacted with a strong sense of fear.
Huh? He's afraid of the treasure? But there's nothing here except some broken weapons and the stone tablet.
What if the secret's hidden inside these weapons?
How?
GM, permission to investigate.
Oh, God, dude. Nice! Holy shit, dude. That's kind of crazy.
At first glance, the weapons appear absolutely ordinary. But as you observe them, you notice a faint energy emanating from within. These blades have slain countless monsters. Though it's been a long time since they were used in battle, their edges remain sharp, as if they're simply waiting for the next worthy hunter to carry on their legacy.
So basically, take these with us, right?
Interesting.
I'll take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find comfort in being held by someone who appreciates the arts.
Ah, good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
There's no claymore.
Paimon's gonna pick a cool weapon too!
Oh, fucking hell. Please don't.
As you grip your weapons, you can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being.
I think...
It's a feeling of courage, determination. A silent vow passed down from generation to generation that says, eradicate the monsters, no matter the cost.
I think it'd have been cooler if we picked the weapon that we don't always use, like if we picked the bow instead of a sword as the
Mr.
traveler.
Florian, do you know where to find the evil sorcerer?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently hiding out at the church in the kingdom. We must be extremely careful. He's spent so long living among monsters that he's now taken the form of one. He will not be easily defeated.
Then why don't we explore some more and try to find some higher level gear?
True.
You don't want to just fight him and lose, right?
Oh.
Or use your environmental surroundings or something.
No, we have to strike now. He was greatly weakened when I managed to break out of his control. If we let him rest, he might have time to escape.
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage.
True.
Don't forget, the people of the capital are counting on us.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in waiting.
Yes, that's what's called...
See, both catching your enemy off guard.
Yes,
Both.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Alright, you've persuaded Paimon.
Mr. Florian, please, lead the way.
Of course. Follow me.
Base did. I have a few words to say about this quest.
Scenes today, and now he has to join in for this last part. I really don't envy his job.
Finally, you decide to slay the evil sorcerer and bring peace back to the kingdom once and for all. As you walk away, you feel the gaze of the stone tablet at your back, as if all the hunters of the past are wishing you success in the battle ahead.
That's cool.
And awaiting your triumphant return.
Go to the church in the capital. Where the fuck? Oh my god, that's so far away. Jesus. Can put flowers to the tablet, by the way. Oh, interesting. Might do that at some point. Alright, here we go.
Finally, you arrive at the church Florian described. As you approach, an ominous aura surrounds you. You get the sense that your enemy is close at hand.
How strange. This uneasy feeling seems so real. How did they manage that?
Now, it is time for the final battle.
Let's go.
What are we even gonna fight here? Are we just gonna find a random ass hilichurl?
Florian, wait.
What's wrong?
I think you should wait outside. You've already been corrupted by the Devorator once. It could
Oh, we're
easily
actually
re-enter
gonna-
your mind and take control of your body.
We actually gonna kill the
I don't think it's a
Devorator?
good idea for you to be this close.
I want to see what it is.
If it corrupts you again, it's possible you might take on a new form entirely.
That's exactly why I have to go. Why I should be at the very front.
That makes zero sense.
You mean...
Yes. I intend to lure it into my body.
You're insane.
That's too risky. If things get out of hand, I might have to kill you. Do you understand how dangerous this is?
I understand, but if I do this, you'll have a clear and visible target. The Devorator will have a hard time passing up a chance to enter a body it knows how to control. You won't have to worry about any of your friends being taken over.
Actually, you've got a point. We did just meet you like an hour ago. Fuck it, let me do it, Clorinde.
You're not like me, Miss Clorinde. You're a just and powerful marechaussee hunter. The monster broke free due to my error. It's only right that I shoulder the responsibility for its destruction. This is It's something that I have to do.
Okay.
Consider it a duel to restore my honor.
Okay.
My only request is that you give it your all.
Oh, we will.
I understand. Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel, and extend to you my most sincere regards.
Thank you.
The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under the blade of the Marechaussee hunters.
Goddamn, dude. He's not like the other guys, you know. He's not selfish. He just has a death wish. Oh god, cutscene. What the heck? Wait, why does that look so good? That was easy. Oh, Jesus.
So lifelike.
Uh-huh. Damn, Navia! Jesus! Wait, this thing's goated strong. Oh, that ain't good for you. Oh god, now he's angry.
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure, the power to defeat it, in your own 2 hands.
The treasure? You mean
Yeah.
the names? It's the Marechaussee hunters' names.
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very end.
Our
Hunters
words.
fight not for fame, but to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Oh
Walter
shit, the
Marechaussee
summon
Hunter,
skill.
Master of 1,000 tricks. Executioner of the Phantom Hunters. I call for aid.
What the hell?
Est, the Marechaussee hunter, inheritor of Cassiodor's will.
Wait, but
judge of the Shadow Hunters.
doesn't that mean that the guy
Answer my call.
originally had a plan for all this? Because it said they could be summoned. Wait, they look so cool, dude.
Petronilla, protector
Oh,
of
shit.
justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know.
Oh.
Lend us your strength.
We have come to answer your summons.
Oh, that's so cute, dude. What the hell? Wait, her sword looks like the key. I just noticed that. Oh my god. Damn, dude.
And so, the monsters were eradicated, and the sorcerer was defeated.
I'm not even mad that I didn't get to fight that thing.
Peace soon returned to the capital.
That was a sick cutscene.
Those in the court, manipulated by the sorcerer, also recognized the errors of their ways. Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom, but others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marechaussee hunters. They pursue the phantoms in the darkness and exterminate all who pose a threat. They will always protect the city and those within it, even should all memory of their accomplishments be forgotten by the very people they serve.
Damn, dude. Is bro dead?
Assuming we finally reached the end of the script.
Are we just gonna leave him there?
Yes, you've reached one of the better endings.
Nice.
It's a pretty solid story overall. I thought it was just an ordinary adventure at first, but the further we got into it, the more impressed I became with the production and the plot.
Yeah, because half of it was fucking real, dude.
That final battle especially. All the effects were super realistic.
Yeah, strange, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Totally.
That's a really good point. I never expected the weapons we picked up from that vault would have that kind of effect.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it started glowing. I took a good look at it after we got out,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think it ever lit up again.
Must have been a one-use kind of thing.
We should probably give these props back, right? I'll just leave mine here.
Keep it for memorabilia, maybe.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Of course. Let me know if another script like this comes around.
Sure, no problem.
I doubt we'll be getting
Then I'll
many
head
more
back for
scripts like
now.
that, to be honest.
I think I need some time to fully digest everything that just happened. Once Mr. Florian is awake, please pass on my regards to him. He must be extremely exhausted to have passed out cold like that.
Yeah.
All right. He's had a lot to deal with.
Yeah, sure.
Well, see you all some other time. Toodaloo!
Tally ho! Farina, dear. Yeah, Farina, I think he's
Okay,
fucking dead.
So, can I ask now?
I think it should be fine. Yeah.
What in the world is going on back there?
Oh, God.
So you saw through all of that?
That time in the cave when you told us to close our eyes?
Yeah.
It'd be weirder if we didn't notice anything.
That was the giveaway for them,
I
obviously.
was dying of curiosity the entire time. I mean, you did a pretty bang-up job of pretending nothing had gone wrong. Farina actually looked like she thought all of it was planned.
Guess none of us wanted
Yeah,
to
she
be the
definitely
one
did.
to break the illusion.
What are you all talking about?
Yeah, what's going on? I was just playing along too.
Oh, wait. Don't tell me you never... Ugh, this is all my fault. It's not too late to cover your ears. Here, partner. I'll do it for you.
Bit late for that, don't
Yeah,
you think?
can't take the information out of him.
You're saying everything that happened back there wasn't actually part of the script?
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a real scripted story to begin with.
What?
So loud. My head.
Bro, I thought you died.
Hey, you! Get up right now and explain yourself!
True.
No shaking, please. Oh, my head.
Florian explains the truth to everyone.
Did Paimon just hear that right? You guys made up that whole last part on the spot?
Very impressive.
It's not nice to lie to people, but Paimon's got to admit that was a really good story, Florian.
Yeah.
Oh, and nice improvisation, Clorinde!
Yeah, it was like watching a magician improvise a spectacular magic trick after forgetting an important prop.
It really was. Pandoria, thank you for the tier 2 for 19 months. Holy shit, thank you so much.
If Paimon knew something was wrong with that vault, she would have floated straight in the opposite direction.
Everything was under control.
As if you've ever described a situation as being out of control. I'm
True.
pretty sure any situation you consider to be easy to handle would scare a reasonable person half to death.
Guess I'm just used to it.
You must run into a lot of unexpected situations then. That explains why you're so good at coming up with things on the spot.
True.
As for you, Florian,
I know there's no excuse for what I did. I'll turn myself into the guards at once, confess my crimes, and accept any punishment that comes my way.
Very noble of
I
you.
would say you've already suffered more than enough.
I disagree.
What?
You may have been blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but your actions during the final battle had proven you to be a true Marechaussee hunter. You'll be far more used to the city above ground than below. Your job as a hunter is more important.
Okay, fair.
But
Of course, you'll still need to take the keys and pay a personal visit to the 2 hunters you wronged. Prepare to accept any terms they give you as well.
True.
yes.
What if they give him
of course.
death?
As far as I'm concerned, though, your showing in the duel was enough to prove your honor.
Then I'll do exactly as you said. I'll go return those 2 keys right now. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll do my best to prove myself worthy of the second chance you've given me. I swear this on my name and honor as a Marechaussee hunter. Until we meet again, everyone.
Tally ho, Florian. You exit the basement shortly after Florian. Goddamn, dude. Goddamn. Squirrels! What the fuck?
Speaking of Marechaussee hunters, what should we do about the treasure in that cave?
Steal it. I mean, yeah.
Are you sure? We could show it to people.
No.
Make it so that the hunters are remembered. Don't you want that?
No. Every name on that tablet made the same choice. All hunters know what the path entails. I am no exception. My identity as a Marechaussee hunter is not something I need people to remember.
True.
I wish only to be recognized as a champion duelist. Nothing more.
That's certainly very different from the path of a magician. Still, I admire your decision.
Wait, I just remembered something. If there were no special effects involved, why did our weapons begin to glow during the battle?
That's because the Marechaussee hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special enchantments to suppress the monsters. Whenever a monster was nearby, their weapons would start to glow.
Oh, so that's why they had an effect on that guy near the end. I really thought the summons were doing all the work.
Kinda.
Well, I'm sure the summons were a part of it too.
Yeah.
Oh? How so?
This particular devorator probably hailed from the same era as the hunters we saw in the room. The names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell to their blades. That's likely why the devorator visibly reacted when you said them out loud.
So the names held the power all along.
Navia,
Oh.
everything you said during your summon.
Huh? Oh, I meant what I said. I mean, it was true to my character, so yeah, I'm glad you heard it. Just don't make me repeat myself. It's embarrassing.
I really appreciated those words.
All right. Don't get all
Aw.
sentimental on me. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore. I'm going to go on ahead. Don't fall too far behind now.
Hell yeah.
She ran off.
She walked at a brisk
I
pace,
should
Paimon.
probably head back as well. This story was truly incredible. I might have to spend the whole night telling my siblings all about it.
See you later, Lenny.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Traveler, should your name and deeds be forgotten, what do you think the significance of your journey will be?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. If everything gets forgotten, it was for nothing. It was pointless, just like the conversation with
I
us.
suppose the significance would be the journey itself and the world we helped create.
The friends we made along
There's
the way.
still value in the
basically.
time I shared with everyone here,
Literally.
and the things we were able to accomplish, even if no one remembers them.
Bro literally just said the significance of the journey, if it's forgotten, is the friends we made along the way.
A great answer. I'll remember it.
He actually stole that from Kingdom Hearts. What about you?
Me? The Marechaussee hunter says nothing in response to that question. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence. An unspoken vow left to echo through the night. The path she walks needs no explanation.
The story's fucking over. Tell us. No, dude. Oh, man. Oh, man. It was really cool how her weapon looks like the key, chat. It looks like the key with the 4 corners and stuff. That's really, really cool. Wow, what a quest. What a quest. As story quests go, and what story quests are supposed to be, in my opinion, which is revolving around the playable character story in, like, the playable character in question of the story quest, so Clorinde. It's mid, to be honest. I think you're high for that take, but I respect it. I thought the quest was about Clorinde. I thought there was tons of fucking playable characters in the quest, which made it good. I think the way that it was told was the best way a story quest has been told in Genshin, in my opinion, because they showed and told the entire fucking way through. There was show and tell, which they never really do. And I'm slightly biased because I just love D&D and I love tabletop RPGs and the way that they're presented, but that, I think, and considering I don't even really like Clorinde as a character that much, dude, I think overall that's my favorite story quest in the whole game. I think it is. The way it was told was fucking perfect for me. I loved it. I would not have a problem, by the way, if they chose to tell every single story quest in the game in that exact same way. Through like a tabletop RPG kind of thing, because they did that so well.